So today is December 14th and it is our 14th day of the Christmas countdown. So obviously Christmas gets closer every single day. We're only about 11 days out, so that's super exciting. But you might still be wondering, what do I want for Christmas? And if you are still wondering that, I have a product that once you see it, I think you're going to decide that you want it for Christmas. So this was actually something I got for Christmas 2 years ago, and there's two items I'm going to be discussing today. And it was something that I discovered on Pinterest. I had never heard of it, and then I saw this random pin about it, and I was like, that looks really cool. And so I started doing a little bit of research on it, and basically I found a whole nother type of crochet. So you've got crochet, you've got knit. And then you have this whole other thing called Tunisian crochet. And that actually has lots of names like Tunisian crochet, Tunisian knitting, royal princess knitting, lots of different names. And it's really cool to read up on how it got all the different names, but that's kind of besides the point. So basically what it is, the best way that I like to describe it, like if you were to combine crochet and knitting together, you'd basically get Tunisian crochet. So now a quick word, this is not the Nook. I don't know if you've seen that. I did try the Nook, and that was marketed as a way to knit with a crochet hook. However, I wasn't too thrilled with the Nook. It was very challenging to use, and I felt like if you're gonna learn to Nook, you might as well just learn to knit. But what I really like about Tunisian crochet is if you already know how to crochet, it's really easy to pick up because you still use a hook. Just the difference is instead of working each stitch individually across like you do in crochet, you work multiple stitches across and back like you do in knitting. But anyways, let's talk about the two products I'm going to be showing you. So I got these two items for Christmas. I basically told my family that, hey, I want to learn to Tunisian crochet, so that means I want Tunisian crochet hooks, which are generally longer so you can hold multiple loops on the hook, and I also wanted a how-to book. So I was really proud of my dad. He did an awesome job researching and figuring out what to get me. And these are the items that I got for Christmas that year. First of all, I got this Denise set of interchangeable crochet hooks. I'll give you a look at those in a moment. And I also got this Get Hooked on Tunisian Crochet. And it's a really good how-to on Tunisian crochet, and it has several really cool projects in there. So if you're not familiar with Tunisian crochet, pause this video, go watch a video of someone Tunisian crocheting, and then come back because that'll make a little more sense as I'm talking through things. But for Tunisian crochet, as I was saying earlier, you pick up multiple loops and stitches on the hook at the same time. So that means if your work is long, you need a hook to be long. So what's really cool about this kit here is it comes with lots of different size hooks, but it also has these pieces here that allow you to make your hook longer. So it comes with instructions and it comes with their little card here. But what you get is you get a set of these hooks. You have these long cord pieces that can attach into the ends of the hook. You get these button end pieces and you get these connectors. So I'll go ahead and pull out a hook. They go from size F all the way to N, and then they have these two that are 17 and 19, and those ones don't have a letter with them because once you get up into those sizes, there's some discrepancies between brands of what size it actually is. But let's take this size J hook, for instance. So for the most part, it looks like a normal crochet hook. It is an inline crochet hook. You can see right here that it kind of has that point there. It has a nice thumb grip, so it's really comfortable to work with, but the end is what makes this special. You might have noticed that all the crochet hooks are the same length. And so this end is what makes it special. And what you can do is to make your hook long enough for your project, you take one of these cord pieces, which also they're flexible by the way, which is really cool, and I'll show you how I use that with a project. And you just insert it into the end of your crochet hook, twist to snap it in place, and now you've got an extended crochet hook. And then you can use these extender pieces here if you want to make it even longer. This connects onto the ends of the cords, twist it on. You can add another extension piece. So you can make it as long as you need it to be for your project, which is really nice. I really like that because it's also a lot better for storage, because if you don't have interchangeable hooks with a flexible cord, you end up with a solid metal or plastic hook that's really long. And so those are obviously a lot harder to store. It's like trying to store knitting needles. If you've ever tried that, it's a lot more challenging than just storing crochet hooks. So I really like how you can pop these pieces in and out, and I really like that you can extend them and combine them in all different ways with these same pieces. So So I've got just this short gun right in here, and you might be wondering, since it's flexible, does it impact how it is when you Tunisian crochet? And the answer is no, because you really hang on to up here. This just allows your loops to slide all the way down here, so that way all your loops aren't right up here and getting bunched up, or you have too many and you can't do any more stitches. One other thing that comes with this kit, which is really nice, is these end buttons, and this piece also attaches on the end. Just pop it on there, twist it, and so now as the loops slide down the hook, they'll hit this and they won't slide off. So that's really nice too. So hopefully now you have a little bit of an idea of what comes in the kit. And I promise that once you actually start Tunisian crocheting, the way this kit works will make a lot more sense. And also the more you learn about Tunisian crochet, the more appeal this kit will have. Because like I said, it's a lot easier for storage. It's super customizable because you have all kinds of different length cords, so you can make your project as long or as short as you want. They're these nice sturdy plastic inline hooks, so that's always very nice. And they have a good weight to them, I feel like. You know, sometimes if you have a hook that's too light, it feels a little awkward. But they have a nice balance to them, so I really like that. So that's what comes in your kit. I would definitely recommend this if you already know how to crochet and you want to learn how to Tunisian crochet. This kit is really awesome because it gives you the advantage of lots of hook sizes all at once, and it's also really super portable. And the other thing is, as I mentioned before, if you're not familiar with Tunisian crochet, but it's something you might be interested in, if you already know how to crochet, you can pick it up really easily. And it's because you use a lot of the same techniques where you use the crochet hook to pick up different loops, you just do it in different fashions, in different ways to create different designs. So now, how do you learn how to actually use a kit like this? That's where this book comes in. Now, I've shared in some of my other crochet videos that when I was first learning to crochet, I tried checking books out from the library and it was an absolute flop. I could not find a book to make crochet make sense to me. I tried looking on YouTube videos and I could not get it until somebody showed me in person. So I can't guarantee that this will work for everybody, and I also can't guarantee that it will work if you don't already know how to crochet. However, since I do know how to crochet, when I got this book was so good. It's really nice. The beginning pages, they talk a little bit just about Tunisian crochet itself, so you can kind of get an idea of, you know, what the art actually is and some of the origins and history of it. And it also talks about different kinds of hooks in here. So this information will help this kit make sense. And they actually show this exact kit in here, so that's kind of funny too. So lots of good information, especially if you've never picked up a crochet hook in your life. But even if you have picked up a crochet hook before and you do know how to crochet to some extent, it'll make it even easier, and I'll give you a really good foundation for once you're actually learning the stitches. Last of all, before you get to the actual patterns, there's tons of pages showing all kinds of different stitches. And what's really cool about Tunisian crochet is you can mimic a lot of knit stitches, but you still use crochet techniques. Super simple. You just hook and pull through. So I really like the way this book teaches it. It also has some nice patterns for some different projects throughout there. And you know, I haven't made a ton of the projects in here, but there's some really cute beginner ideas, and it can help you understand how the stitches actually work for a real project once you know how to make the stitches themselves. So anyways, that's what I've got for today. This is the Denise set of interchangeable Tunisian crochet hooks, and this is Get Hooked on Tunisian Crochet by Cheryl Thies. Really good book. I really would recommend both of these products. I actually was looking on Amazon because I'll have the links for these in the description below, and they have a colored kit. It's so cool looking. Like this one, these are all white and they're pretty, you know, nice and pristine, but they have a colored kit where all the hooks are really fun colors. They're like some pastels and some brighter colors, so super pretty, super fun. And this book is also available on Amazon, so you can order both of these together just in time for Christmas as a gift for yourself, as a gift for somebody else, or you can just put the idea in someone else's ear that, hey, this is something I'd like for Christmas. One last thing I will show you just to kind of encourage you to get interested in Tunisian crochet is something that I made out of Tunisian crochet. I made this awesome basket. You can kind of see it has this like basket weave design on it that I incorporated. So it was really neat. I actually made up this pattern by myself, but I was able to use some of the patterns and techniques from in this book to be able to make it work. Also, I was able to work this project kind of going around, and there's a different method when you work in the round with Tunisian crochet. There's actually some different kinds of hooks you can use, and I did not have the proper tools to do that, but I was able to work around the square base of this project, and the loops from the stitches for each row were able to stay on because this cord was able to curve around the bottom and stay where it needed to be. So that was really cool. Neat application. Another reason why I really like the flexibility of these ones versus a solid Tunisian crochet hook. So I hope that that piques your interest, and that if you haven't looked into Tunisian crochet before, that you would. And maybe if you are considering starting with Tunisian crochet, I would definitely recommend these two products for starting. They were such a huge help. I am so impressed with my dad because he's not crafty, but he picked these out. He looked up reviews and did his research really well, so I was very impressed by that. But I've really enjoyed learning Tunisian crochet. It's cool because it's very similar to crochet, yet also vastly different. And so it opens a whole new world of textures and patterns and techniques. And of course, you can combine Tunisian crochet with a crochet project or a knit project. And so it's really cool all the ways you can use it. And of course, the book has lots of patterns if you're struggling with ideas or you just want to practice your stitches. But that's what I've got for today. I hope you come back for tomorrow. I've got another fun tutorial coming your way. And until next time, I hope you all continue to have a very Merry Christmas season and happy crafting!